Man, oh man, this is a holiday edition,
Yes.
man. We're sitting here over here, RC Pilot Will. I was just talking to Will. What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday. It has been a wonderful, wonderful I guess day after Christmas, man. What do you think?
Yeah, it's been a great one, man.
Dude.
Had a good Christmas, everything,
Yep.
man. It was great. It was
Yep.
great.
You know what's funny is like this was I wasn't gonna do a show, man, because just everything going on. It's been super busy and all that with
Yeah,
a lot of stuff going on. But I said, you know what? I said, let me go ahead and have one because this is gonna be the last show of the year of 2024.
that's right.
So man,
So
I
you'll
said,
make it to
why not?
next week, Thursday.
Absolutely, yeah. Yep, next Thursday, boom, it's gonna be 2025 next year.
And that's gonna be the
And
first show of the year.
be the first show of the year. So I said, you know what? I got to give the people what they want, man. We got to go out with the bang. So, you know what? That's exactly what we're doing right here, guys. So, hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday. I hope Santa Claus was good to all you guys and everything like that. And I'm sure your kids are very happy. Mine right now are bouncing off the wall, full off of chocolate and,
Man, who you telling?
holiday candy, man. Just in there, they're watching TV right now with their mom. So yeah, just having a good time. But yeah, man, let's get straight into it, guys. Glad y'all are here with us. So boom, let's go into it. When your wife or girlfriend gets you an RC airplane for Christmas, hey Will, what does that mean, man? What does that mean? When they get you some good stuff like that.
For the next 2 months.
I'm telling you, man. Look, you got to be in your best behavior. You got to be squared
Yep.
away.
Yep.
But
You better have the list better be done. There better not
everything,
be no slacking.
everything.
If you're off that day, dinner better be done.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you got to be really good. But more importantly, what that means is you got a really good lady, man, that really supports your hobby, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And
Overall, yes.
yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about mine because mine's very supportive
Oh
at
yeah.
times, but just not 100% of the time, rightfully so.
100%. You
But
get one that's 100% of the time supportive, you got it. You got a good one, guys.
yeah,
Hold on
you
to
got
her.
a good one. One that buys you airplanes and supports you and everything like that. And I'll be honest with you, man. I had multiple people ask me what to get their husbands. They needed help. And I'm not going to say any names, but man, I was really, really happy to help. And it was a really cool feeling thinking, somebody would, ask me for my opinion on picking out
Yeah.
an airplane for their loved one. Also, a certain level of stress is put on you, you know what I mean? To not screw
Yeah,
it
because
up.
you could make the wrong choice and they'd be like,
Yeah,
yo, what's this? I don't want this.
exactly.
And then she's gonna be mad with you because she spent this money and now her husband's not happy.
Exactly. So I wanted to make sure I did the very best. But guys, you guys that are in the room, put down in here and let me see what you guys got. Did any of you guys get anything good for Christmas from the wife? And I'm looking in here. Oh, I need to do a quick roll call real quick. We got Mountain RC, Dunstan Henry in here, Keith Dunn, Turn One, John Patterson, Winston Brown, the one and only Craig Bevan. We've got, let's see here, Flyer Mikey's in the house. He was first in here. Josh Bunn. Man, Omaha Air Defense, Eddie K's Garage, man. We've got a lot of good guys up in here, man. So let's see, did I miss anybody? And we've got a couple of people sitting in the back of the room that, they don't want to say anything. Yeah, But yeah, man, let's see, guys. What at Perry's RC. So let's see, guys. What did you guys get from your loved one? Let me think. Let's see. Let's jump in there. Victor RC Jets. I know Victor's wife probably got him something. She's super supportive.
John Patterson got a Cub.
Yeah, that's the flight boss, man. Dunstan Henry says, I got a plane, ESE, and motor. Dude, Keith Dunn got an e-flite P-51, 1.2 meter.
Josh said all I got was a credit card bill from my wife.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It could always be worse, right? It could always be. Josh, that's funny as heck. He says, that's funny as could be. Hey, I guess it could be worse.
Mine RC got a 70 mil F-16 from Free Wing.
Man, that's pretty cool. That 70 mil F-16, the V3
It
version,
is.
man, is a powerhouse.
It is. It is.
Turn one got socks.
Oh, you're by yourself on that one. I got a 20-pack of socks.
That's funny. Jeremy
I
Stolt, what's
told
going
my
on,
wife
brother?
and kids, do not touch my socks.
Jeremy says we got 2 FMS F-86s for Christmas. One won on the FMS 5-minute only thing. Missed the list by only 5 minutes, and they took his money. Kudos to FMS because they still sent him a jet. He still jets to those who paid in the 5-minute window. So yeah, FMS is a good company, and that's why I rock with them, man. They do it. They do a good job, man, and they come out with a really good product too. So. And you guys are lucky because I actually flew one of them products. What was it this weekend, huh? You were out there for that.
Yeah.
And
The
integral.
fish.
That's it, man. It finally took flight. So some of you guys, I got the video. So I'm gonna show you all the video of that one. And it's fresh off the press, man. I literally just finished editing it and sending it up, and it's all processed. Let's see here. Dan Zimmerman, what's going on? Merry Christmas, pilots. Let's see here. Flyer Mikey says he's going through withdrawals. Hey, I'd be going through withdrawals after about 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
80K's wife got him the new e-flite Extra 330. We've got the video of the Extra 330. Yeah. It's the new one that came out, man. New scheme. That's a good one, by the way, Eddie. Sal says he got a bad motor to convert my GB. What kind of motor, Sal, did you get, buddy? I'm curious. I want to know. Michael, what's going on? He says, I kept finding piles of crap around the house. I think I got a pony. Hey, that wasn't crap what you found. You found manure. That was manure. You can grow things out of that stuff.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. Winston said, wife, Hobby Lobby gift card, 2 daughters sent Tower gift card. Dude, they know you 110%, man. That's a gift right there that keeps on giving. You got a good one. That's a keeper. Oh, yeah. By the way, I forgot. I got to put this on. This is, this is 3D printed by, what is it? Hamilton's Customs, man.
Hey, I still haven't. Mine hasn't made it to me yet.
I got to put it on, man. I feel like Mr.
waiting on mine to get here.
I pity the fool. I pity the fool. There we go. But yeah, that thing is pretty cool, man. Hamilton's Custom Designs, guys. Love it. Got to get it. Really cool. Came up with this, came up with that. So, just making a little bit official. Even sent me a shirt, dude. Hamilton is absolutely blessing the community. Pretend Pilot FPV, you're 110%, brother. He is definitely doing it, dude. Absolutely.
I mean, he loves the RC community, man.
Dude, he's a good guy.
Got a lot of love for it.
He's one of us. So make sure y'all check him out, man. He will make you one of these 3D printed logos or whatever you want to do. But I'm telling you, it's pretty cool. This is a bit much right here for me, but I still like it.
Yeah, you look like a pit bull, man.
I know, man. And I'm not a pit bull kind of guy. I'm more of a German Shepherd Malinois kind of guy. You know what I mean? Kind of like a Labrador Retriever, a little flat hair Retriever kind of dog.
All right.
Yeah, I'm kind of one of those guys. I don't. Ow. But but yeah. Let me jump in here and see, man. Stolt said snowed again here in Utah. Screwed over my plans to fly today. Waste of a day of leave. Absolutely. Isn't it bad, man? When you want to fly, you got it all lined up to fly, and then boom, something happens like that.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Turn one said, Bobby, we need to order a JetRuler F-16, dude. The JetRuler F-16 is an awesome looking airplane. So I'm very I'm liking what I'm seeing. Jeremy just kicked out a video today. I saw came up on my feed, and we'll bring it on here. We're going to show that. That's brought to you by Banana Hobby, but it's looking extremely promising, man. So stay tuned because we're going to kick that video out too. So, and big shout out to bananahobby.com. You look in the upper right-hand corner, man. I always do the logos of the people who support me, and I support them, and just really just good people, honestly. So those are the ones that do it. But also the biggest supporters, Riley Hobby down there at the bottom. You see him scrolling.
Yep.
Those guys are good.
Speaking of Raleigh Hobby, man, they hooked me up today too, but I'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah, we got to
Yeah,
talk
those
about
guys
what
are
your
good.
new addition to your family of RC line is. So I'm very happy about that. Welcome, yeah, but we're gonna talk about that soon. But also Raleigh Hobby, we got this one as well at Raleigh Hobby as well. The Sportix 1.1. We're gonna do an unboxing of this thing. I've been waiting for this thing for a long time, and we got it. And so we got good weather this week, so we're gonna take it out and fly. But I want to show you guys that. But absolutely, man. Let's see here. I'm just jumping in there. I got to fly on Christmas Eve, 35 degrees, but no wind. We did that too, didn't we, Will?
We went out on we did go out on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it was Christmas Eve.
Yep. We went out on Christmas Eve, did some flying. We got some good flights in too.
Dude, we really did. And I was surprised how many people were out there. There was a decent amount of people out there. Today there was a decent amount of people. So Mountain RC said Bobby is Flavor Flav. I feel like I'm the better version of Flavor Flav. You know what I mean? Like his older brother. I would be the older brother. Yeah, certainly look better. I would be Flavor Flav's older brother that he never listened to. I would be the brother, be like, come on, man, don't wear that big clock, dude. It looks ridiculous. Nobody's gonna take you serious. And now everybody takes him serious. Let's see here. So, by the way, pre-order is open on the JetRuler F-16, guys. So if you're thinking about it, and Jeremy just says it comes with the updated Kevlar tank, free wooden stand, and free shipping. We're going to talk about that free shipping, guys, because free shipping in the RC industry, we're very lucky that we get that because a lot of people don't get that. And a lot of these companies can't afford to do free shipping. So when you pay for the jet and then you pay for the shipping on top of that, it's like a double whammy, man. It really messes up what kind of your buying power. Wouldn't you agree, Will?
I would agree, man. That's the same way I am whenever I need to order parts or something. I'll put it in a cart, but then I'll wait till I get something that gets over that mark where I can get that free shipping.
Absolutely.
That free shipping comes in clutch because you can spend $16 on something. You're gonna pay about $20 in shipping. Like,
yeah.
So if I need parts, I get the parts on the list, and then when I'm ready to place an order for something that's gonna get me over that top, that's when I get everything. So.
Yeah, that's a good question. So you actually like pay attention to it, like it actually affects if you're going to get it or not.
Yeah, definitely affects if I'm going to get it or not. They tell me if I'm going to buy a $600 jet, and you turn around and tell me I got to pay nearly $200 in shipping, you keep the jet.
Right. I mean, and this is the general question that we're asking you guys. So jump into comments and let's see here. We're going to see what y'all say. The shipping affect you buying a plane. Let me jump in there because I will say when it is an additional $60 is a little much for me, but anything more than that, I'm kind of like you, man. I kind of wince at it a little bit. So let's just take a look here. CVO Hobo, he says, great question about RC. Mine has been a Super Tucano. Oh, that was just one. I think we missed a question. Let me see. Oh, Mount RC says, what is your plane of 2024? Will, what's your plane of 2024? I know the answer to that one.
You already know the answer to that. The Viper jet.
Yeah.
That Viper jet is my plane of 2024, man.
Your big Viper. Yeah.
Yeah. That baby, man, she flies great. And you should have been out there Christmas afternoon.
Yeah.
I took it out there because my mother was up here and she wanted to see it. Man, I had that thing cutting, but of course it's not on camera. So
yeah.
Can't prove
okay, that's a good one. I'm going to tell you mine. My plane of 2024 is got to be the Aerofoam L39. And I'll tell you why, because that is the turbine jet that I got comfortable with. After I went to turbines and flew it, that was the one that was like, it's an excellent flyer. Like, it's just good. I got the Aerofoam EDF version of it, flew great. The turbine version flies amazing. Amazing. Yeah. So I'm going to say turbine for me would be the L39. Now on EDFs though, I'm going to go ahead and say,
I think it's that Avanti.
I'm going to have to say,
that thing a lot.
Of 2024, it's going to still be the free wing Avanti for me. It's just
Avanti,
a good.
You love flying that thing.
It's just a go-to plane, man. It just fly. It doesn't care about when. It lands good. You don't have any problems. It's very docile. So for 2024, those are my two planes, man. Those are definitely my two choices. That's a good question, guys. That was a very good question. Guys in the comment, go ahead and drop in there what yours are. I'm looking to see what y'all say. By the way, we got some people in here that need some wrenches. We got some people that have done some hard time in here. Make them a moderator of the channel. But let me jump in there. I'll let you, let's see here. West Hobbies RC. He says, if it's a big plane, no. If it's a foamy or something cheap, yes. Turn one says, let's talk about Will's latest crash. This guy. Let's see.
My latest crash.
This guy. Let me see.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. We'll talk about that one. Let's see here. I'm looking. For Tim said, the Boomerang Atom, sweet flying plane. I would definitely say that. I've watched him fly that. Yeah. That's a beautiful plane. God, I haven't seen any of the Matrix or anything in real in person, but that Atom is a sweet flyer for sure. And 2025 is going to be awesome for you guys because we got a new line of jets turbines that I'll be looking at too. So that's a little hint right there, a little teaser. Let's see here.
That.
Ooh, Omaha Air Defense.
Yeah, F-22.
Omaha said the Airfoam F-22 105 is his 2025 pick.
Man, I want to get that, but it's on pre-order. I'm not giving up no money on pre-order. Sorry.
Hey, Superior RC said that.
Hobby say it's in stock. That's when I'll pull the trigger.
Yeah, I understand. I completely understand. Superior RC FMS Futura 64 millimeter. He says he learned how to fly on it. And the Fly Fans SU-27 Twin 64 is really fun too.
That's a good little flyer.
Keith Dunn, he's over there hitting us up with the $9.99 super sticker. We certainly appreciate that, man. That definitely makes the 2024 a very good year, man. I certainly appreciate that. Let's see here. Super Timber for Eddie K. He says it does it all.
Nice. That Super Timber is a really nice flyer, man. I flew it, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I flew the one. Yeah, I flew yours.
That's right. You did. That Super Timber is awesome. Flyer Mikey says, can I fly your planes? Been flying since I was young. Going on 40 years. Man. Let's see here. Pretend Pilot says, still on the old Sukhoi, free wing and e-flite. That's awesome. West Hobbies RC says, I haven't really been flying planes this year, but probably the Viper. I would agree. He says, helis have been taking all my time. Dude, the heli game is great, man. The helis are really, really good. But that's awesome, though, man. Yeah. The Viper, that's a hard to beat. That's a hard to beat. And again, Keith Dunn, I really appreciate you, man, with the super sticker, brother. Really appreciate that. You don't have to do that, but you do. And I appreciate your support.
I think any Viper is hard to beat. The 64, the 70, the 90, they're all hard to beat.
Let's see here. You're right. Eddie K says, absolutely love extreme flight planes, but their shipping policy is rough. Okay, so we're back. Let's jump back on the shipping question. So, absolutely love extreme flight planes, but their shipping policy is rough. Usually wait to pick up at Perry in person. Yeah, man. Keith Dunn says, yes, shipping is lame sometimes, but still do it. I know. It's hard, man, because like with this hobby, we're not going to let a couple $100 stand in the way of an airplane that we really like. Like, it's the truth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're really not. But I think that we've been spoiled so much by like Amazon and like all these other groups that do free shipping that like when we do get charged shipping, it's like, hey, wait a minute. Whoa, you know?
Like, why are you going to charge me to send it when I just paid you all this money? Exactly.
And so like, I guess the free shipping feels like a win. You know what I mean? So I would definitely think that's definitely good. Let's see. Hangar 9.
You know what I think it is, Bobby?
What is it?
If you look at let's say you buy 90, what does the 90 Viper go for? Like $600?
It's like, yeah, about $559 or $549.
yeah, so you're looking at 5 and some change for that. But if you go on FMS's website, that's like overseas, it's like 4 and some change, like low 400s for that jet. But then you
Yeah,
pay like 100 and something odd dollars shipping.
right,
So it balances it right back out to the red and white versions cost, where you can
right.
buy the orange and blue for less, but you pay the shipping. So I'm thinking maybe what it is that they actually incorporate shipping into the price of these jets, a portion of shipping into the price of these jets, so that they get paid for the shipping. Oh, they're making some money off of it somewhere.
I would agree.
They're
Yeah,
definitely making some money off it somewhere. Because I was looking at the orange and blue um, Viper 90 before I decided to get the red and white one that I got, which I don't have that anymore because I sold it since I got the Black Horse. But um, yeah, it was like way cheaper in cost. But when I threw it in the cart and I was getting ready to check out, and I was like, whoa.
yeah,
Like, I don't know if I want to do that and then wait for 2 weeks for it to get here, you know?
yeah. It's a little shock and all right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
with you, man. It's just one of those things where you're just kind of like, it's kind of more like insult than anything. You know what I mean? You're just kind of
yeah,
like, oh, it stings a little bit. So
yeah,
I'm definitely with you on that one for sure. Yeah, I would agree. And it's nice that, but like I said, I definitely blame um Amazon for that, you know?
oh yeah.
So let me see here. I'm jumping in the messenger here. We're gonna drop out. Go ahead and make some moderators. We got West Hobbies RC. Add you. Let's see here. Boom. We've got some let's see here. Just making sure some CVO Hobo, you're a moderator now. Appreciate you, buddy. Lawrence Williams, we're making you a moderator too. Appreciate you, buddy. Doing hard time over here. Let's see here. We just got I think that's pretty much everybody. Let me look. I think that's the news. Sal. Sal, what kind of motor did you get for that GB, by the way? Curious. And I think that's pretty much it for now. Let me just jump back over here and boom. Let's see here. So, Jonathan Henry says, when did Banana Hobby come out with the L30, the L39? Man,
Ooh,
we're talking about the big old 105 L39, the
that's
EDF.
been out for a while.
It's been a while. Yep.
Yeah,
Now they also
they
had that what
they
70
version one
millimeter
that
too.
thing. They version 2'd it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yep.
thing's been out for a good while.
Yeah. So it's a really nice one. Let's see. West Hobby says, I will say I finally hit 300 miles an hour with an electric plane this year and 205 with the helicopter. Videos on my channel. Great year for me. That is absolutely insane, dude.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. 300 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Jeez,
I don't know how that looked. So I'm a mosey over here
that's
to
that's
yeah,
pretty
I'm gonna
fast.
that's pretty quick. I'm
Yeah,
gonna pull that video up because I want to see what that looks like. West Hobbies.
I bet you the nose of that plane was screaming.
Yeah, like how is
Breaking through that air
that?
like that.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And let's see here. I'm looking. We gotta find it out.
That sound was probably unreal. I mean, because look at your
Yeah.
turbines, how fast they're going, and what they sound like when
Oh
we're
no.
just passing through in those things. It's like 300 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Man, that's that's
that's
gotta
crazy.
hurt coming past the ears.
It's yeah. And my question is, it's already crazy enough flying a helicopter. How can you actually like? How
Hit
can you see it?
205.
Oh, I found the video right here, I believe. Let's take a look. I'm gonna share this with you guys, so we can take a look. I know we don't normally do, helicopters on here, but we gotta spread the love throughout
Yep,
everybody over here. So let's
aviation RC.
aviation is great, guys. Let's see here. So let's gonna share this screen and we're gonna take a look. Apparently, it's the fastest ever. So boom. Here we go. We're gonna make that big. All right.
We're back with the Comet Evo Same thing as before.
Comedy,
Another
look,
flight, see if we
look
can
how
go
that
faster
thing
than
looks,
191.
dude.
Oh, it's slick.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna speed up on it. It just looks like it's made for speed. All right, he goes straight up. Wow. That's
That
different.
thing sounds aggressive.
It sounds definitely different. Look at that.
That was a good pass.
That has a very distinctive sound.
But man, this is different for like the helis, man. Because like usually I see helis, and I look at them to do like like a lot of tricks, like back and forth, flipping
Right.
upside down, like and nothing wrong with that. That's what I look for. But to see one actually doing some passes, speed passes, man, that's different.
It's actually kind of refreshing, man. Kind of seeing speed passes on a heli like that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna jump down
the speed and see what it.
He did a couple more passes. Listen to this; it sounds even different.
Yeah. Dude,
That's
crazy.
wild. Unreal. All right, we got it down.
Post the video. I might not show you
max speed. Let's see. It says undefined, but let's see what his max speed is.
What it does. It might be a surprise, but we do know that it is moving. And the last pass was super fast. So I'm going to just close out the video here. Get you a good view. Thank you, Steve. So there you guys go. Another set of flights on the.
Well, it didn't tell us, but that is definitely something fast for sure.
Moving.
Yep. It said it's called a 205. Oh, that's the one. Okay. So it's a different video where he shows the speed. Man, that thing is cooking for sure. I can't say I've ever seen one do that. Wow. Oh, it's called the world's fastest Funjet. All right. Let's just see if I can find that. Like I said, I'm not much for the helicopters, but let's try something different. Let's see. Funjet. Oh, that's an airplane. That's an actual Funjet airplane. Well, let's go. Yeah, dude, let's check it out. All right, let's do this. All right. Yeah, those blades were maxing out Dunstan Henry for sure. All right, let's check this out. This thing's supposed to be a 300-mile-an-hour airplane. Let's check it out. I've never seen that before. So out of a Funjet, that's ridiculous. So, all right, here we go. And boom.
West Hobbies RC. We are back with the Monster Funjet, but it is no longer 6S, and it has a motor in it, which I don't know if it's going to last. I'm not going to say the motor yet. If it works, then we will. I don't think it will, but it was motor from Steve. So
toss that thing. Let's go.
Look to that prop. That sucker looks pretty aggressive too.
Oh, I know.
That's an aggressive pitch on there.
All right, here we go. Wow, what was that?
It just started torque rolling right on takeoff.
Dude.
That's a lot of kit.
Wow.
That lets you know it was flying on nothing but the propeller alone.
Yeah. Just straight thrust, dude. The thing was torquing so hard. My question is, what are the wings doing? All right, here we go. Look at this. You hear that?
Jeez.
Good God. And almost hit the ground. Look at that.
I'm willing to bet you every dog from a mile out heard that.
Oh, you know they did.
I could zoom in on that.
Dude, that's crazy. Dude, that thing's probably
just under half throttle.
He said that's just under half throttle. That's crazy.
Screaming.
Full throttle. Dude, that is crazy fast.
Oh my goodness.
Hey.
Dude, that thing's covering like a mile in no time.
Oh yeah.
Look at this full throttle right here. Yeah.
All right, let's land it.
Yeah, cameraman has to stay way ahead of it.
Yeah, here we go. Coming in for the landing. Just look how fast that thing's grooving.
All right, let's land it. Yeah.
I bet you it's gonna slow down really good too.
I'm sure it does. Let's see.
Not so sure you got that last pass, son. I lost it. You're moving
I-
so fast you couldn't keep up with it.
Hey, kudos to you for keeping up with it with your eyes, man, and orientation. And there it is. Oh, that thing doesn't want to slow down.
Slow down. Flying.
Down.
All right, here we go. Let's check out that speed.
GPS 299.5 miles an hour.
Wow.
Jeez.
300 miles an hour.
Wow.
So now we're going to get closer.
Wow.
It's been
Look at that.
the heck. Fully fiberglassed. Is a lot thinner wings, stronger. We're gonna build a new one. We're gonna make it faster. This is just proven on the
They're
test.
gonna make it faster.
Dude, that's
I don't think
crazy.
you can make it any faster.
Hey, congrats to that, dude. That's wild. I bet that prop was probably definitely flexing. So yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
cool. Huh. Yeah, that's crazy. That torque was ridiculous. So CEO Hobo says, how hot was that battery? I bet that thing was probably smoking, dude. I'm sure it was smoking, but that is wild, dude. That is wild. So yeah, definitely like that for sure. So we all agree shipping does affect if we buy airplanes or not. So that's a good thing. Now, Will, do you want to talk about what your little changes that you had? So let me set this up, guys. So for the longest time, for about a year or two, Will's been flying on what radio is that? The IX-12, right?
I've been flying on the IX-12, my good old IX-12.
Yeah. And we've seen many airplane go in, man. We've seen Will have some problems with the radio, but Will's a very loyal dude. Very loyal guy. He's loyal to the Spectrum. He's loyal to the the IX-12. And despite everything else, what happened today, Will?
Well, after this IX-12 is put down an L39 on low pass, not my 105, guys, the 80 mil from Freeway. It's put down an L39. It's put down my Avanti. You remember my first Avanti? Remember when I was out there at the field and it went down in the trees? It put that down. And then just recently, it put down my Freewing F-22 90 millimeter. And I was on a low pass. The thing was right in front of me. And it just, no signal, nothing. No warning, nothing. Just cut off. And the plane just flew off, smacked the tree. And I was just like, you know what? I'm done with this.
Yep.
So I decided to bite the bullet and go ahead and get the IX-14 Plus.
Got the IX-14. Congratulations, dude. Welcome to 2024, sir. You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start the year off right.
I'm sorry it took you almost losing your favorite airplane.
It did because
it did.
It almost took my Viper down.
Yeah.
It almost took my Viper down because I was coming in, banking the turn, coming into land, and when I made the bank, it seemed like it wasn't following my command, and I'm like, why is it not turning?
Yeah.
And then it did this little stall, and I went to give it power, and it didn't give power right away, and then the plane just kind of flopped through the air to try to find its way, and then all of a sudden the power came back, and it just started flying again, and I was like, okay, time to land this sucker right away. I got that joke around there so quick, Bobby. That was the shortest approach to land I ever done with that jet.
Yep. I'm telling you, man.
And I got that sucker on the ground, and I took it and put it on the stand and took it apart and put it back in the truck.
I'm telling you, dude. So,
sir, this is not going to happen to me.
And and you hear people in there, they're asking questions like Criminal. Good question. Why not the tandem FR Sky?
I'm kind of into the Spectrum thing. I'm not saying that I don't like it. because I never tried it.
It did.
But I don't know if I would have to change receivers. I don't know anything about it, so
yeah.
that's why I didn't go with anything else. I went with the IX-14 because I know all my receivers gonna work for it. I know how to program it, so I'm good to go with that.
Right. Yeah, and see, Dunson Henry says, Will, it's still Spectrum. So
yeah, but it's not an IX-12.
That's right. You're talking about, the IX-12, just older technology, newer technology. You got the 14 plus, so it's the latest and greatest out there. I have the 14. I've had absolutely no issues with mine whatsoever. I've been very, very happy with it. In my big jets, I'm running dual receivers because it just makes me feel better. In my turbines, I'm running 2 of them in each. So, and one in the other. So it's a very easy platform. This is where Spectrum wins. And I've tried the FR Sky. Spectrum is just very easy. It's very intuitive.
It's easy to understand.
It is. And somebody like me, who's a knuckle dragger, it's very easy. I bought the FR Sky, 18 channel. I had it for over a month. And I got to the point where I could, do a basic model, but I was having a hard time remembering how to get back to it. It was just not very intuitive at all. But for the price, you can't beat it with a stick at all. You just can't. It's a very well-equipped radio. I'm not taking anything away from it, but everybody and their mom will tell you that the FR Sky, there's a learning curve to it. So, and that's where Spectrum wins. So,
but you got to think too. The IX-12 is the first of the IX line. So yeah, it's using a DX9 RF chip and stuff like that, but it's still the first of the IX line. So that thing was prone to have problems.
Yeah.
And it did. It had many problems. Like you could go on YouTube and look at, there's a bunch of people that had problems with them. They even went from just using it straight out to running crossfire on it, just so that they can get good connection out of the thing. But you look at the 20 came out after the 12 was out for a while. Right. They fixed all of that. Now we got the 14 plus, all these other things. Yeah. And then the NX lines came out in the midst of all of that. So it's much better than what it used to. I can tell you though for a fact, Bobby saw me fly it today. Yeah. Because I took it out for the first time today, and I took it out with my BAE Hawk. And man, the way it felt on those sticks was so much better than my IX-12.
Yep, I would agree.
Man, this thing is super smooth. So
I'm looking in the comments and I see some people saying, I've sent mine back 3 times. I know somebody who Jeff sent his back one time. I think the screen went out or something like that, or he turned it on and it went pop inside of his IX-14. So, but I think Criminal sums it up, man, the best. So as long as you're happy, it doesn't matter what anyone says. As long as it works, right. And you have a rig that you trust and you feel good about. I fully trust mine, So I don't have any problems whatsoever. I do know some fields act differently to different brands. I used to run FMS all the time. I'm sorry, not FMS. What was it? Futaba. I ran Futaba all the time and had no problems out of it. So, I still know people who are running JR rigs, no problem.
But my thing is, I see you run your IX-14, and I don't see you have any issues out of it. Yeah, I could take my IX-12 and go just out over those trees, and you start hearing it saying signal 30%, signal 20%. And I'm like, bring this thing back in. I'm not getting far enough out. So the radio is obviously starting to have some issues. And it was an IX-12. It's not really worth sending in. So today I went flying and I got that far out, and I was like, okay, it's fine. I was still scared, I was trying to get out of that comfort bubble that I used to be in. So I'm flying a little further away from me now, but now I got a better connection with my model, so I'm not too worried about it. But.
Which you bring up a good point. I noticed. I think it was the last time you flew. I heard it saying signal 30%, and I thought that was kind of man, that's low, but I didn't really think anything of it.
It was still pretty close to us, Yeah,
so you're at the rock. You're at the rock.
Yeah, I was at the rock.
And those radios are supposed to really really they're good for like 1.5 miles, 2 miles, just right off the bat,
Right.
But I know that one of the reasons why I went with FR Sky because they had the the dual diversity receiver system in there where you could go miles with it, right? So,
Right.
but it's just one of those things too. But yeah, every my setup is remote receivers. And I do that just because it negates any potential issues that I could possibly have. The things are $40, for one. It's like if I'm going to spend $500-600 or couple $1,000 on an airplane, I'm going to spend the 40 some dollars, as an insurance policy to make sure I'm not having any problems. So,
Right.
that's what I do in my expensive plane. So, like for your Viper, I would absolutely recommend that.
Yeah, that's the next thing I'm gonna do with that, and I'm gonna throw some remote receivers in it because
And Bill, look, I have the NX8 and NX10. I have no problems with those. Those things are bulletproof, dude. Them things are awesome. The only bad thing about that is the roller wheel that you have to, but it's not a bad thing if you haven't experienced the IX12, IX14 punching in the names and stuff like that. It is better, but you get better battery life out of that radio
Oh, yeah.
because you don't have that massive screen.
Yeah.
So absolutely. Let's see here. Bound RC says, I definitely use satellite receivers in my more expensive planes. Yep, there it is. It's just a good safety thing. Satellites are cheap insurance. Bingo. Absolutely. Let's see.
Throw one of them suckers towards the back of the plane, and you got plenty of coverage.
Yep, I put one in the back. I put one in the front. And what I started doing was I put a little hole in the side of the actual jet, and I put one of the antennas sticking outside of it.
Antenna out.
I leave an antenna out. That's an old school, like 72 megahertz thing, from back in the day. But I make sure my airplanes don't have a problem getting that signal out. So we negate any issues whatsoever right off the bat.
Right.
So, but dude, I'm sorry you lost your airplane. But guys, so we went out there, and this is a topic that we really need to discuss, man. If you don't have somebody at your club that has a drone, you need drones, man, in RC airplane search and rescue. Wouldn't you agree, Will?
I would definitely agree. I went out looking for it and I couldn't find it myself. Bobby took his drone out there today, guys, and within probably about a minute and a half, he spotted it, and he was like, "Yep, I found it. There it is."
Yep, and it wasn't far.
Yeah, it wasn't far either, but it's just the brush had things kind of blocked from ground level. You can't see it. So you got that bird's eye view.
Yeah,
and it's easy to find anything with that bird's eye view.
And I've helped a couple of people, and I know Jeff has too. I've helped a couple of people locate their airplanes. Mr. Walls, he had some gliders go down before.
Yep.
And so
he helped me too with the F. You and Jeff helped me with the F-18, not 18, 14.
Yep.
The F-14.
Yep. Absolutely. So the thing is like, so if you don't have a drone or know somebody that has a drone at your field, man, go get you a very, decent, low cost, drone. With everything going on with DJI right now, I can't recommend a DJI one, but that's what I have. And I just have a little small, Avata too. It's actually a FPV drone, a little fun one. Nothing big or heavy. But it's just big enough for me to get out there and look around, and you can find an airplane very easy. So if you don't have one at your field, look to getting one, because it will help you save a ton of time in order to finding airplanes. It's a great thing to have. Criminal says get an Apple AirTag. Yeah. The only reason why I say don't, I don't know about the Apple AirTag is I don't know if it creates any interference inside the airplane.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about too, because it's putting out a signal.
Yeah, it's putting out a signal, so I don't know anything about that. And also, I know with the Bluetooth feature on our IX radios, when you go to activate the Bluetooth, it actually cuts off the RF. So there must be some type of issue with the signal. So somebody that's more, I could be completely wrong, but it's just from what I've heard and read. That's something that I don't know enough about to speak upon. So I'm not going to do it. So let's see here. Let's see. But I'm telling you, man, it's one of those things where it's just it's just a cool little thing, to have. So it really helps with everything. I was jumping and looking in the comments there. So let's see here. Now, moving right along. Did you get any cool airplanes for Christmas, Pilot Will?
No, I didn't get any airplanes for Christmas this year.
Well, let me tell you.
But I guess you could consider that a Christmas gift, getting that IX-14. Got myself a Christmas gift there.
Well,
But
I will
did
say
get,
this.
did get some cool stuff though.
My in-laws got me some really cool things on my Christmas list. Look, I had on my Christmas list those remote receivers for the Spectrum. I had 2 of them, so I got 2 of them. So now I have 2 remote receivers to put in some of my jets and some of my airplanes. So like I said, they're very inexpensive and they're easy to get. And so, I threw them on the list and they got them. And look, man, I was super happy because that may save me one day, from crashing an airplane. So super happy about that. A satellite or 2. Let's see. Boom. Michael said it best. A satellite or 2 and be done with it. Peace of mind. Absolutely, man. It's just easy. You spend all that money on the airplanes, then you do that. But look, actually, the in-laws got me something I've been wanting for a long time, but I have been too cheap to get.
Really?
So I just broke this bad boy out. Check this out. So I've had really good success with some of the graphene batteries, and I got one of the Yowu batteries, man. These things are highly recommended with some of the people. So I'm going to try it out and see how it does.
Yeah, I've been looking at them.
These are the same people that make HRB.
Yeah, I've been looking at those. I was wondering about it myself, but I was like, man,
yeah,
I don't know if I like that blue wrapping.
Dude, let me tell you, that blue wrapping is extremely thick. Like you can't mess this up at all. It's so thick, man.
The ground hard enough, you mess it up.
No, dude, it's harder than what these lipos come in. It's not like it's actual like a plastic wrap. Like it's almost like you could use it in RC cars, but it's a plastic wrap, and you can see where it was like vacuum sealed. But it's not like the clear stuff that we're used to.
Right.
You can see those. Look how those edges are super sharp and square.
Yeah, they are sharp.
Yeah, so it's a very nice thing. But I can't wait to try those out. It says it's 150C. Clearly, it's not. But I can't wait to try
they don't get hot.
The graphenes, man, I've had really good success over the graphenes. In this day of SMC and graphene batteries, I can't wait to try that one out. So that one will get used tomorrow, man. So we'll try that and see what happens. And boom, I'm jumping into the comments. So do any of you guys have any experience with the Yowu batteries? Because I know these come highly recommended, highly recommended. They're all over Amazon, but they have a higher price, but that's it. And it's a very nice looking lipo, man. So I'm excited to try it out. Let me jump into comments over here. Let me see what these folks are saying.
Louis Motorsports said
he loves them. He says they do not get hot. That's what I noticed with the other graphene batteries that I had. I push them hard, man, and they don't do it.
Let me fly it. I'll get it hot.
Hey, I'll let you try. Let's see. He says might as well be a bass case. Yeah, he's right. It's super hard, but it's plastic wrap. It's like super safe. Let's see. Michael says I tried the HRB red packs and love them. I do too. I absolutely love them. I was out there flying them in that the Integral, the 4500s, and they are wonderful lipos. So, and by the way, I reached out to SMC and shot him an email, and he said he was going to send some batteries. So I'm just waiting to hear a response from him. So that should be pretty good to see exactly what's going on with that. So get to try out some SMCs because I tried that one. And I noticed a massive difference in the airplane. So I wanted to get these to see if there was a noticeable difference between this and what I experienced with the SMCs to kind of find some common ground. So because I love the HRBs, I'm a hardcore HRB guy, and I don't really buy anything else other than HRBs at this point moving forward because they're just that good. Let's see. Criminal says, if you had a choice, what is your most favorite plane? Will, what's your most favorite plane? We got 50 people in the room too, guys.
Depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking about as far as aerobatics,
Yeah.
stuff like that, then that would probably be hands down F-22. But if we're talking about something for a graceful flyer,
yeah,
then of course that's going to lead right back to my Viper. But it's a toss up though between my Viper and my MiG-29, which I no longer have because I crashed it. But
I'll
it's
tell
a
you
toss
what.
up between those two.
You know what my favorite is? And you guys may wince, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the FMS BAE Hawk.
Oh yeah, that thing's all around flyer, man.
That the FMS BAE Hawk is by far one of the best ones. I probably said it on this channel 1,000 times, but it is just that good, guys.
You can fly it fast, you can slow it down, you can toss it around. It doesn't care.
I'm telling you. Now, let me ask you this, Will. What about in the 64 millimeter category? What is your favorite plane in the 64 millimeter of 2024?
In the 64 millimeter? Can it be a twin or does it have to be a single?
It could be a twin or a single.
It's got to be that A10, man.
The A10 64 millimeter.
Yeah, that thing, you can't beat it.
For the price, it's a crazy deal.
Yeah,
for twin 64, it does 100 miles an hour. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and
you're right.
It just flies great, man. I mean, it won't give you no worry. It recovers easy. Like, that's got to be A10.
I would agree, dude. I'm telling you. I would absolutely. Yeah, the A10 is a good for 64 millimeters, I would say. But I'm going to say in the 70 millimeter, I don't know. I'll jump all the way down to the 40 millimeters. I'll say Banana Hobby took the cake on all those. The F-15.
Oh, the 40s, yeah, Banana Hobby took the cake.
But
I will say this,
Hobby owns that. Yeah.
I will say this. I haven't flown it yet, but I do like the Baltic B.
Okay. I have that Baltic B. Yeah, she's back there. You see,
I like that one. If I had the chance to fly that sucker, I'm pretty sure that would be my jet.
You want to fly it? I'll let you fly it. It's amazing.
Yeah man.
For the price, it's a total steal. But let me answer Steph Curry's identical twin. What is your opinion of Wendell Hostetler kits? I'll tell you, I've owned 2 Wendell Hostetler kits. I had the Wendell Hostetler Super Skybolt, and I've had the Wendell Hostetler what is it? The PA-18, the top wing airplane. It's a excellent flying airplane. But I'll be completely 110% honest with you. Those airplanes are very, very good. They're very strong. They are overbuilt. They're very heavy. But that's because when he built those, that was back in the early 90s, some of those models and plans. And that's just how they built airplanes. They overbuilt them. So they are absolutely very strong, robust, and they're heavy to today's standards, but they are wonderful airplanes. So if you get a chance to get a Wendell Hostetler airplane or a kit, get it, man, because it's a complete awesome airplane. But like I said, they're overbuilt. They're super strong. They are tanks of the air. But they are wonderful flying airplanes. So I hope that answers your question, buddy. And good to have you in here, Steph Curry's identical twin. Let's take a look here. Some of the people are saying, ooh, at a 64 millimeter, I would agree. The Banana Hobby L39 takes the cake. Yep. Fly fans, L39. 64 millimeter for me is a toss-up between Arrow's F-86 Sabre and the T-7A by X-Fly. That X-Fly, you have the T-7A.
But that's not, I don't have 64.
No, you don't. But you have the 80, and that thing's great.
Yeah,
RC Flying veteran's wife got him a Nexus T-28 for Christmas, man. She loves you, dude. You lucky, man. You're lucky. If your wife bought you an airplane or your girlfriend, significant other, whatever you want to call it, you're doing good. You got a good one.
No, you can answer that question.
What is your thoughts on the FMS A10 twin 70 millimeter? The FMS A10 twin 70 millimeter was awesome. I loved it. I got a review on it. If you check the channel and look in the catalog of videos, it's in there. I liked it more so over my Freewing 80 millimeter. It flies better. Not better. It flies the same as it, but it's easier to handle. And it had a gyro in it, so it just flew good. I had the Arctic camo one, and it was a great flying airplane. The only reason I sold it was I used it to buy a turbine plane. So when I was going into my turbine jets, I sold off a bunch of my really nice airplanes, and some of them I miss, like that A-10. So if I ever come across another one, I'm going to snag it for sure. Let's see. And good to have you in here. Hey, Jack FPV, by the way.
I think a hard question to answer for everyone to answer is, what is their favorite 80 mil? Because a lot of 80 mils fly really good. You
Easy
can't
for
beat an
me.
80 mil.
FMS Bayhawk. That's my favorite. Guys, hey, that's it. There you go. It was that easy. Let's see. That's a good question, though, Will.
Yeah,
That's a good question.
That's a good one, a hard one to answer on that, I think, because I mean, you can't beat an 80. An 80 flies quick. An 80 flies slow. It flies light. It's just, an 80 does everything, man.
It really does.
It's the perfect balance between a 90 and a 70.
It is. It really is. Let's see here. Dustin Hemming said, Bobby, why are you holding your bling like that? Nobody's gonna rob you. Honestly, the chain is too low, and so I want you guys to see it. But he's right. Nobody's gonna rob me for this.
I don't know, man. Mine hadn't come yet. I might come over there and rob you for yours.
Fine. You know what? He's right. Nobody's gonna rob me. I'll set that bad boy right there where we can see it. And again, that was brought to you by Hamilton's Hangar Creations right there, man. Custom Creations. Hamilton's Customs Creations. There it is. Man, I had a hard time saying that. But that's all him, man. He did that. He made that. So let's see here. Having a good time, man. Let's jump into these questions here. Snow River says twin 70s and that J20 should be nuts. Yes, absolutely. And I will have my hands on a J20 sent to me by Banana Hobby to try out along with Jeremy Stoltz. So I'm super stoked with that. And I'm very, very happy that they, trust me enough, in my opinion, to try it out. So, and be honest with them. So I really appreciate that. So I like companies like that. One thing we're talking about, me and Will were talking about is like, you'll see a lot of guys that go out, and I guess you call them RC influencers or whatever. They have a YouTube channel, and they go out and they buy every airplane, and they want to review everybody's airplane. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I was thinking the same thing from the beginning, and I did it, and I realized that was not what I want to do, because these guys treat it like a business. They don't want you to tell the truth. They hold you to a deadline. It becomes work very quickly.
It turns into a job.
It turns into a job very quickly, and you quickly realize
the fun is gone.
The fun is gone. Yeah, and it can burn you out. It actually burnt me out. It burnt Jeff out for sure. Just trying to keep up with the stuff that was coming out. So in order for me to sustain, I just picked 3 companies that I actually really liked, that treated me really well and gave me the ability to speak freely about a product, and I had no holds whatsoever. And so I stuck with those companies, and we've had a great relationship from this point moving forward. And then also, not only do I support the guys that are, on the internet, but my local hobby shop, a Raleigh hobby shop down there that you see scrolling at the bottom. Those guys are wonderful to us. And also another one is Hangar 18 Hobbies up in Cary, North Carolina. And they're great people over there too. So they also support us as well. They supported us for our fly-in, and I'm very thankful for all those guys and what they've done, for me and for the channel and that kind of thing. Also thankful for you guys that come in here and tune into the channel, the live show every Thursday night religiously.
It wouldn't be the show it is without them. Yep,
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And so one of the guys I can remember from the beginning is Michael, Roscoe right there. He was like number 6 when we started the show. I guess it was like a couple of years ago, 3 now, 3, 4, running on 4. Had 6 people watching the show. Now we average around anywhere from like 40 to 50 to 60. So, we hit 50 tonight, and we got 46 sitting in here right now. So, super, super thankful for you guys, and very happy to, do this. And like I said, it's a hobby for me. I'm not trying to pay the bills with this. If you think YouTube is going to pay the bills and you're going to become a millionaire, you're sadly mistaken. It doesn't happen that way.
Definitely not with flying RC planes.
Absolutely, absolutely not. And not only that too, but also there's a lot of other RC reviewers out there that will that bump heads with you, man, and they will do mischievous things to try to stunt your growth as well. So but I've always stayed the course where I stay straight, mind my own business. I don't talk trash about people. I keep my mouth shut and I stay in my lane and I just worry about me.
And like I said, we do this thing for fun, man. Like we do it for fun, so we can bring to you guys. Bobby brings you guys the reviews on this stuff, and myself, I'm trying to do some of the review, and Bobby's working on me. But
man, and it's fun, man. It's absolutely no pressure, man.
We just do it for fun, and we just have fun flying and stuff, and we don't just. I don't want to say anything about anybody. So for whoever's watching, don't take it that I'm talking about you, but at the same time, if the shoe fits, you gotta wear it. But you get people that they fly a bunch of different planes, and they're flying a bunch of different planes, and then when they jump back to a plane, and then all of a sudden they crash it. My thing is, what me and Bobby was talking about is you have to fly that plane multiple times over, because you need to get to know the plane. You really don't know the plane if you don't fly it multiple times over. Like you'll see Bobby review a plane, then you'll see another video where he put up with the plane, same plane. Well, he's flying the plane multiple times over. Some of that stuff he's flying it off camera. He's still getting he learned the plane. That way, by the time he get the review to you guys, the final review, he's got a really good, clean review about it.
Yeah.
So, and that's same thing with myself. Like you'll see where I got, maybe 6 or 7 Viper Jet videos or 6 or 7 F-18 videos, but I'm constantly trying to bring something new about that model when I come out with it. I'm trying to bring something new about it every time, because there's more to it than just from when we did our first flights with them or our maiden flights. And the maiden flights is to show you what it does right out the box. Yes.
Yep. But
after that, we want to show you what it can do after that. That's what you see Bobby do the speed trials. That's what you see, me doing, some crazy stuff that I probably shouldn't have done with it.
I've even seen where people are like, oh, why do you do speed trials? Nobody cares about that, And I'm like, it's just free information, because it's one of the things is like when we buy airplanes, the whole point of the speed trial is to show you exactly how fast these things are really going, because we don't know. We just guesstimate. But also it goes back to when manufacturers were saying, hey, this airplane does 100 miles an hour. Y'all remember when e-flite had that airplane, the Havoc, and they said did 150. And so I was like, man, I'm not sure. So I put a GPS module in it and flew it, and it was doing like 110, 120. It never got even close to 150. So it was more about really reviewing the airplane and verifying it and stuff like that, which rolled into doing the speed trials, which, again, that's a lot of useful information. And it's just straight up fun. It's like, who buys a jet and goes slow?
That's just the same way as we watch people that review batteries, because manufacturer will throw in there 100C rating on a pack in a heartbeat. And then you got somebody that sits there and actually tests it and find out it's only like a 35C or 40C pack.
Yeah.
So that's free information. That stuff is good to have out there.
It's just free information. And look, you guys everybody benefits from like those videos, like I can't tell you before I even started the channel, I used to watch Pilot Ryan. I learned so much about the airplanes and which airplanes I wanted, which was my flying style, which would fly off of the grass. I got to give him kudos, man. He saved me hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, he saved me a lot of money too.
Yeah, so I could see him. So, and honestly, the channel really started because I was running through so many airplanes that I was like, man, I sure wish I remembered how that airplane flew. And so I just started recording the videos of them. And if you go back in the catalog, you can go all the way to the very first video I ever came out with. And it's been great. You know, and the quality is terrible, but that's
Let's say the quality probably.
that's just how it starts, you know, but you
I started the
evolve
same way.
every year. Every year you evolve, and that's what I've been doing. So every year I try to get a little bit better and try to make my videos a little bit, you know, cleaner and bring something different to the table. So it's just not the same old. A new airplane comes out, so everybody and their mom runs out, grabs it, they do a review, here it is, and then boom, it's on to the next thing. It's like, that's fine if you're motivated to review a bunch of airplanes, but like, you know, I try to do quality reviews. That's it, you know.
And another thing too is like, you know, the things that we deliver what we do good. We also deliver what we do bad.
Right.
If we got a crash and it's on camera, you best believe y'all gonna see it.
And
we got a bad landing and it's on camera, you best believe you're gonna see it.
And Jeremy Stoltz said it best. Look, fast is not the main reason for a purchase. Absolutely right. If it can't land well, it's not, it won't last long. It's a waste of money. Absolutely. And that's like another thing. Like I watch the takeoffs and I watch the landings. And for me, actually doing the videos, I love the takeoff portion, the mount up and the takeoff, the rotate, and the landing is the best part for me, honestly.
Because if it can't land worth squat, then it ain't worth having.
Yeah.
Flying is easy. And I tell everybody that when they ask me about it, I'll say flying is easy. It's taking off and landing.
Mount Narcisse said, your channel saved me from Brian, that SR-71. LOL, thank you. You're welcome. But look, this honesty, guys, really comes at a cost because you have to think about it. These businesses that when I tell you like that SR-71 doesn't fly good and I show you a video and it doesn't fly good, they quickly realize they are not going to make money. And there have been companies that do reviews on airplanes that will not want me to review their airplanes. They don't want me to represent their company. And it's probably because, and I'm very sure it's because I'm completely honest about it. If it doesn't fly good, I'm not going to come here and lie straight to your face, look in a camera and says it flies good. And you turn around and take the airplane and you fly it and you realize it doesn't fly good. Yeah. Like, who's going to do that? But people do that all the time. And so that's just like, you know, I can't be bought. Maybe for a turbine jet.
Man.
Maybe for a turbine jet. No,
that's how you buy. That's how you take this. The worst plane to buy.
Yeah.
For any beginner.
Yeah.
Is what is it for EDF? Is the F-18 from Freeway.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing flies good. Anybody can fly this. No, anybody can't fly F-18. I'm gonna tell you straight up. It is the most unstable platform that you can try to put in the air.
and I'll tell you,
you better have some backing behind yourself to get that stuff in the air and get it on the ground.
You're right. You're right. And I'll say this: Brian's long form videos are very good. His setup videos,
they are.
That guy's dead on, dude. If you can hack out the long videos, there's a ton of information in there, and a lot of hard work he does goes into that. And I don't know him. I've never talked to him before, never met the guy, but he definitely does good quality work. And his videos are good. You know, the little voice he does in the beginning, it's a little, you know, for me, I'm like, why do you do that? But that's him. He's having fun. Who cares?
That's his trademark.
That's his trademark, man. That's what he does. And I'm not mad at it. I think it's funny. It's just, you know, it's he does him. So, but this RC airplane journey has been really, really good. It's been fun. I've met a lot of great people. We've done really well this year, and a couple of other people at the field, you know, we've met and done really well. So I've just really enjoyed it too. Let's see here. I'm jumping into some of the comments there. Hey, Criminal said the same thing. The only thing I find annoying is that very start. It's true, but that's how you know. Let's see here. Let's see. And you know, a lot of stuff, you know. Another thing too that I don't like, it just makes me feel really weird. I'm very weary of like when I see videos, reviews, and some of the reviewers are going to be like, "Oh man, that's messed up. You're talking to me. I'm not talking to you, not one bit." No, I'm just saying, me personally, my personal opinion. I don't like over glossy like videos. You know what I mean? like overproduced. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you're overproducing it because you're trying to, appease.
It's a commercial
somebody.
at that point.
Yeah. And
commercial.
I'll tell you, I don't like looking at the manufacturer's videos of airplanes because why? I don't trust them.
I never watched the manufacturer's videos.
Exactly.
I watch it just to see the plane.
Yeah.
But as far as what they're telling me about it,
yeah,
I don't watch the
because
manufacturer.
they're trying to sell you a product, right? Yeah. I don't have to sell you anything.
That's what they're supposed to do.
I'm good either way. I buy my airplanes still. So, granted, I've gotten a couple of free airplanes, which has been very, very nice, but that has not changed anything. And the understanding is completely, straightforward. So,
I mean, you got to think about it. If you walk in a Walmart and a brand ambassador comes across you, they're going to tell you everything that you need to hear to get you to buy that product.
Yeah.
And that's their job.
Yeah.
So you can't fault them for that.
Yeah.
Not faulting any of the manufacturers, because I love the products that all of the manufacturers put out, from Free Wing all the way down to e-flite.
Yeah.
Banana Hobby, all of them. I love what they put out. They put out good products. There's some hit and misses in everybody, but that's in everybody.
I would agree. So. I would agree. And I'll say this before I end out on it, because I will tell you, and some people are like, oh, you're just, you're showing favoritism when you do that. How can you be an RC reviewer and show favoritism? I absolutely like Banana Hobby. I remember Banana Hobby when they were not good. And I talk to Jeremy Stolt all the time, and I know the character of him, and I know Carrie's character, and they take to heart anytime somebody has a problem with an airplane. Like, it bothers her. I've seen them do things and to appease people that do not deserve it, especially after they've lied to their face. But yet they still do the right thing. They take the high road and they try to do it. So, yeah, I show a little favoritism to Banana Hobby, because I know there's good people back behind there. And I'm not taking away anything from anybody else, but that's just me personally. Like, I like Banana Hobby. Like, I like those guys over there. I know them.
What is that? Is that an 80 mil? Is that a
no, that's the twin propeller airplane they came out with. So Sacramento Flyer says, I've looked at the
D18. I'm sorry, D18.
Yeah, the D18. Honestly, that's a keeper. The D18 was a great flying airplane. You remember what it looks like?
No, I don't remember that.
Here, I'll pull up a picture of it and show you. And then here, this is the D18 right here. And it's a really cool looking airplane. I'm going to share my screen with you. And boom, here you go. That's the D18 right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. That's a wonderful flying airplane.
Yeah, that thing, I've seen it in action. That thing's good.
Yes, that's a keeper. That's a good flyer.
I've seen that in action in person. That's a good flyer.
I was surprised how well it flew, to be honest with you. Absolutely. So, yeah. But really, really good stuff. That is the Beechcraft. You're absolutely right. Yeah, so that's a keeper. Now, moving right along, dude, we've been going for an hour and 12 minutes. We're just going to keep rolling, man. Why not? Let's see here.
Why not?
Yeah, might as well.
You got some really good topics here.
We really do. Let me see. Guys, we got the Fly Fans J20 Mighty Dragon is coming from Banana Hobby too. That's going to be an awesome one coming up on there. They have the JetRuler F-16 Turbine Jet. That thing's up on pre-order at Banana Hobby. That thing's going to be awesome. There's been a lot of F-15s that have been coming out. A lot. And I will say, I just saw on Facebook that Boomerang Jets now has one coming out as well. They have an F-16 that's coming out. And that one is another good one too. And let me tell you guys, Boomerang Jets, you may be seeing a lot more of their brand airplanes being reviewed from me, because in 2025, you may be seeing quite a few of those from me. So as we expand and pivot onto the reviews of airplanes, I will always do EDFs. But as I'm taking this turbine journey, man, I'm also expanding everything as well too. So I'm going to not only be looking at their planes, I'm going to be expanding to the Banana Hobby line of airplanes as well too, as I stretch my legs on the turbine jets. But this is what they're showing, man. This is their newest one. They got a pre-order right now of there. So a lot of good ones are coming out. So yeah, that's coming out right there. And that's basically it. Now, theirs is 42. Let's see, 4,228.99 comes with the servos. It is a little pricier, but hey, we got to be honest. But they also have the atoms and everything too. So if you're looking for jets, they have them there, and they're plug and play. So they come with the torque servos. Torque servos are really good servos. That I'm aware of. So the Boomerang Atom is an awesome bird as well. I have a thing for Elons and these boomtails, so do not be surprised when you see me with one, because I want one. So if you have
You
one
saw the
out
size of that thing next to the people standing beside
there,
it?
it's huge. I won't have one that huge.
Jeez.
I won't have one that huge. I just can't do anything with that. I don't really want a massive jet. You know?
You're gonna have to go push down some of the trees on the other side of the field for that sucker.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, sometimes large is too large. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I don't know about that one, Bobby.
well, yeah. Well, you know, you know what I mean. But look, as we're talking about that airplane, that was Boomerang Jets. I got to show you. Banana Hobby is doing the same thing too. Boom. They've got this bad boy out here right here. And this is their JetRuler 18 F-16 Falcon. So
I like that.
That just looks nasty, dude.
That's a bad boy there.
That's the J20 that's coming out from those guys. If you have any questions, you can always ask Jeremy Stolt. Jump on their Facebook group. They'll be more than happy to answer any questions. That is the Matrix, man. I am torn between the Matrix and the what is it? The Atom. I'm torn between the two. So yeah.
I don't know, man. That F-16 looks good.
I know. It's very crazy.
I think that F-16 outdo that Atom.
Man, oh man.
To be honest with you.
And by the way, that was funny, Jeremy. That thing popped up in there. Yeah, you guys saw something that y'all got a sneak peek of an airplane that was in there. That was the J20 that popped up there. So hey, by the way, oh, he just sent me a pic in Messenger. I just took a look at that thing. Oh wow. Let me take a look real quick and see.
You gonna hide all the goodies from us, man?
Man, I guess so. I didn't get the A-OK to share that. So
okay.
You know, I gotta do, you know, sometimes I don't want to make anybody angry over there. And you know, we all understand that when people leak videos of airplanes, if they're not the person, the owner of the video, they are absolutely ruining it for everybody else.
Yeah, you don't want to put your foot on the tiger's neck.
For sure. Louis says, I'll write blank checks for those. I don't care. Hey, let's take a look at this. By the way, I don't know if you guys remember, he's always in the room, but his name is Zach, but he's Haggard Hobbies. He's got a J10. I want to say it's a Pilot RC J10, but he sent me a video of it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. It's his maiden flight video, and I asked him if I could take it and show the video of it, and he said, yeah, man. He said, it's cool. He said, it's not good video, but why not? So let's take a look at it real quick. And here it is. That's pretty grainy. And that thing has like, I think it's got like a 180 in there or something. But he's doing really well. He's flying it very nice. Those airplanes fly really well. They just need a lot of power.
No problem, man.
Yeah. And that video is 2 minutes long. I just want to watch the landing. Like I said, I love the takeoff and the landing.
Oh, when it comes to the turbines, I like the flyby.
Yeah.
You can't beat the sound of the flyby.
You really can't. Let's see here.
I mean, landings are great too. Like they're just like so legit. But
yeah, that is nice, dude. It just flies really nice.
It does.
Oh, how many minutes are we into this thing? Oh, we got like a couple 30 seconds that we can watch him land it. Just hang in there with us, guys. We're going to see if he can score a landing. We saw the takeoff was good. I want to know what this thing lands because I actually want this. This airplane to me is kind of like the hardest flying airplane to fly in the turbine game. And so I kind of want to conquer it just to say I did. You know, I mean, because you're either going to conquer it or it's going to bite you. So, yep, we're almost a couple seconds away from him landing it. I hope he lands it in this video. I can't tell. Looks like he's just flying circles to me. Oh, it doesn't look like you're going to see it landing.
Yeah, he's descending.
Let's see here.
He's got no clouds, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah. Definitely couldn't tell. What happened to that?
Close up.
There we go. Definitely. This face is not made for
neither is this one.
Yeah, this one's made for radio. Let's see. That Boomerang Ranger looks cool. It does look cool. By the way, Bill, thank you so much. He says we hit 50 thumbs up. You guys are rocking it tonight.
Nice,
Bill. Like, man, really appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Let's see here.
And hey, I'm gonna tell you, Bill's been one of the guys that's been rocking it pretty hard, man. He always chimes in on my channel.
Yeah,
he's like one of the guys that's always like there, man. Like it's good to have people like that comes in. And I'm not saying anybody else isn't, but he's one of the people that I normally always see. He's got a good positive comment about even in the bad situations, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, I agree, man. He's always been, and he's been in the channel for as long as I can remember too. We just have a lot of good people in here. By the way, so Jeremy over there at Banana Hobby dropped a new video on their JetRuler F-16, and I got the video queued up. So if you guys want to watch it real quick, let's take a look at it real quick, and let's get some thoughts in there. Let's see here. See if we can convert some of you guys to turbines, because that's I'm telling you, the journey is awesome. So here we go. Here we go. We got it there. Away we go.
That is a sweet looking thing.
From JetRuler.
That's a nice jet.
Thanks for watching.
That's sweet. He's got tail rounds on that thing too.
Oh yeah.
I am ready to go right now.
Oh, nice power on the brakes.
Yeah.
C180, and it's got more than enough.
It's rolling with an 80, man. That's what I love about it. I love that 80 Newton is super affordable.
In this 1/8 F-16.
The airplanes are affordable, so
it is currently flying in.
Look at the lights.
The U.S. Air Force Viper demo scheme that they used to use. Now they got another scheme on there.
Time remaining 9 minutes.
And I'll be skipping through the video just so you guys can see some of it.
It's also available.
Man, Bobby, we got to get my waiver.
Around.
I know, man. Hey, look, if you want it,
so you'll be able to see
you can get it.
Different color.
I got a good enough transmitter now, so
yeah, you do. You absolutely do. Just carving through the skies, guys.
Yeah.
On an 80, no negative
Neat features about this airplane is that it's got a ball bearing system for the horizontal stabs.
Really?
That they actually get assembled into. This mechanism is actually in the fuselage with these bearings in there, so that stays within the airplane.
Ball bearings, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that helps it make nice, smooth transactions.
Very smooth.
Really hard.
And strong. Look here. All right, gear check. So he's gonna get up for the landing there.
As they are.
Looks good. Got the light on there. Coming in for the landing. Here we go.
Throttle off.
He just completely chopped the throttle. Look at it.
Nice and easy.
Man, it almost looks like the real thing coming
in.
in.
We'll rotate.
Flaperons.
Look at that. You see how the gear just nicely,
completely scaled, dude. Look. Yeah.
Bring it in.
You saw that? Like it's just like it felt the weight and it just like the suspension just eased it back up. It didn't let it bounce.
JetRuler are
well, check out the cockpit. It comes with this cockpit.
That's some good suspension in those
gears.
gears.
Absolutely phenomenal. Take a look at the pictures that I posted on there. We'll have Kyler do a quick walk.
That's nice.
There you go, man. I mean, like, that's just a great plane. Like, so that, and everybody says that thing is locked in. The jet flies well. That thing is stunning. It's sweet. Mikey wants to fly it. Composite just looks better and flies better. I'll be honest with you, Snow. I can't tell a difference. I've flown some composites. I've flown a composite, I should say, and I've flown composite, wood, and foam, and I can't tell a difference between any of them, their flight characteristics. But I will say, if you're looking longevity out of an airplane, composite all day long. Composite will melt though when it gets hot, but what won't when it's getting some heat to it? Will melt if we get hot.
Yeah. Wood won't melt, but it'll catch on fire.
It dang sure will. Yeah. So will foam. But beautiful F-16 Fighting Falcon. That thing cuts through the sky. Very nice. So you did just a really good job of flying that one too. So Will absolutely wants one. So we got to see about getting that. But
we got to get that waiver, man.
And T. Gill says he just watched the unboxing today. Love the composite. So I'm telling you, if you can afford a big 105 millimeter EDF, guys, you can definitely afford a turbine plane. And one of the things was for me is I was like, spending all that money is crazy on one. But if you really think about it, it's not that much more when you're in the 105s, it's really not. And there's a lot of value to it too. Once you go into the turbines, you realize how super easy it really is. Once you spend the money, it's done, but I will say it's highly addicting. And just know that the good thing about turbine jets is that you're not going to go out there and buy a bunch of them like you could a foam airplane. You know what I mean? Like some of the EDFs that we get. So yeah, man. Let's see here. We're going to take a look at it. Keith Dunn said, good show tonight, Bobby. And thank you, Will. You did wonderful, man. Let's see. Big Nasty says, turbines are definitely on my mind. Big Nasty has been awesome with the channel as well, too.
Yeah.
Super supportive guy. Certainly appreciate you, Big Nasty. Thank you, man.
Hell, man, Mountain RC, man. Mountain RC has been coming through.
Yeah. He says, turbines are definitely on my mind. We need to be honest. Something needs to happen dramatically to bring down the price of the actual turbine. If not for that, I'd already be there. And you're absolutely right. If you could get a turbine for the price of some of these, like,
the turbine is the expensive sucker.
It is expensive. And if you honestly think about what it's doing and what it's made of, once you look at one, you're like, where is the money spent, man? Like, what makes this thing right here? What makes this thing right here worth $1,600? Like, and you look in there and it's just aluminum can and some metal bits.
Yeah, I can make it out of a Pepsi can, man.
Yeah. But there's a lot that it does. It handles a ton of stress. A lot of engineering goes involved. I could talk about both sides of it, but I'm telling you, man. So go get you one if you can. If you can afford it, I guarantee you'll be very ecstatic that you did it. And it just makes you grow in the hobby for sure. So Jeremy, you did a good job on that video, by the way, sir. Very, very good. Let's take a look. Let's see here. That's funny. Dawson Henry, you're a mess. He said, good job, Will. I don't even miss Jeff. That's funny.
No, man, you're going to get me shot.
Oh, man. L39, Great Gas, 105. Yep, absolutely. So, man, dude, I was gonna open this box up and take a look at this new Sportix that came in the mail, man. But you know what? I mean, we might as well. Shoot, we're rolling. We can squeeze out a little time. We've been going for an hour and a half over that. I think let me jump into the comments. You guys want me to do an unboxing of the Sportix so we can see exactly what it looks like? Let me jump in. If I get enough yeses, and I'll jump in there. Let's see here. I'm looking.
But all of these guys in here are good supporters, so they're gonna all say yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, fine. Let's crack it open.
You already know they're gonna say it. Yep. They go. Lionel Randall go to yes.
Yeah. Radio Pilot says yes.
Yes. Yep. Winston said yes.
Now look.
Pilot, yes.
This airplane is $269.99. At our local hobby shop at Raleigh Hobby. They got them there. So if you want one, you can call him up and he'll drop ship them there. Gooniac, that comes into the channel every now and then. Fiery Booty Gooniac. He's bought some airplanes from him as well. And he shipped them to his house. Really good guy, get a discount too.
Flyer Mikey said maybe.
Yep. Yep. Let's see here.
You got one maybe. Snow River said no.
I'm telling you, man. There we
No
go.
one said no.
All right. So we're gonna move this
Oh,
box back
man.
here. But before I do the unboxing, I got to throw this on there. There we go. Oh yeah.
There you go. You got to put your bling on.
Gives me the power that I need. This was brought to you by like I say, Hamilton's Creations, man. Hamilton's Customs Creations, dude. He'll make you one of these things or whatever you want. He also sent me a T-shirt too, which was awesome. I wore it on the last show. It was great.
He make you whatever you want. I wonder if he can make me some fake monies.
I mean, he could, but the Secret Service will get involved with you there. Yeah, I'm sure that
he can 3D print like coins for my kids to pretend money, like like when you buy in the store.
Oh yeah. I will say, so this airplane comes really well packaged. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see here. Yeah, y'all see that? Pretty good. Which direction? Am I going that way? Yeah. So more this way. There we go.
Yeah, that way. Go towards
There we go.
There you go.
All right, so
a little more. You got something blocking you somewhat.
Yeah, that's my yoke, but I can't move that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So we've got the wings. Okay, all right. Taking a look at the airplane right here. All right, man, these are really glossy. So you got the wings right there. This is the top of the wing, the bottom of the wing. It's got lights, so that's cool. They're LED lights. I love that it's got that little plug-in, like the servo lead plug-in that you can see right there.
Make yourself big, Bobby, so everybody can see it.
That's a good idea. Boom.
Nope, you switched us.
I sure did.
Now you got me.
Boom. Boom. There we go.
There it is.
Man, dude, that was like pulling teeth almost. So we got this one right here. I'm going to open this one up right here. I'll just drop that down there. And we got the second wing right here. Check that out. Very nice. Very shiny. Servo leads already in there, so that's good. There's no assembly required for that wing.
Of course, e-flite like to boast their names on the wings.
They definitely do, man.
Which they do a good job at that. It looks
they do. I can't
Yeah,
complain.
I can't knock it. It looks good.
We got the elevator right here. That looks really good. Very glossy, by the way, guys. I like the glossy look that they've done with this. So this looks really good.
What's the flex on that? Does it flex pretty good? Or?
I mean,
no, I mean like the control surface.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they got plenty of good flex on there. Yeah,
it's got plenty of deflection on it.
It looks good. And man, look at the fuselage, dude. This is nice. That fuselage is nice.
Nice.
That's a nice looking bird, man.
That's
I know what. And you remember what you said? You're like, you're not so sure about the e-flite airplanes, but they're not.
I mean, they just haven't been making many in the jets, man. I like the jets.
I would agree.
I like to stay on my toes all the time.
Yeah, you're right. They did kind of fall off on the jets a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's just put this there.
But I guess this is what they're doing. They're capitalizing here,
Yep. That's interesting. It's got a white prop. Never really seen that before done, but that's cool. That's a nice addition.
Oh, you know what that's going to look like in the summertime, in the spring and summer.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be all red from bugs.
Bug juice. Yeah, it's a 10x5 prop. So that's cool. And then we've got the wheels on here. So, yeah. So stay tuned, guys. We'll have this airplane up and have a review on that one done pretty good. So figure out how to take that gear up, but I can't. And then it's got the little nose, the little steerable tail wheel right there that just clicks in. So that doesn't look terrible. Nice. But really nice looking airplane. Let's crack it open and see. Oh, yeah, check that out, Will. Look at it. Not only does that, I love that they do this. Now the wing actually has a place for them to hold the wing inside the hatch.
The hold the spar, so it
yeah, it's in there.
Nice.
That is awesome.
You know what that means? You know what that means, right? That means they were paying attention to everyone, how they put their wing spar inside the fuselage when they when they transport.
Absolutely,
so they've been paying attention to that.
Yep. Check this out, man. You could have this thing together in like no time. Honestly. You'll have this thing together in probably like 10 to 15 minutes. You'll spend more time putting the tail section on and the gear on the bottom, really. But that is a nice sized bird, man. It's not a bad looking bird. And it's not.
Did that just click to lock in?
It does, but you still got to do the
It's got six
actually,
screws.
I don't see screws.
Yeah, look, it sounded like it clicked to lock in.
It did click to lock in. You're absolutely right. Look, it's got screws right there. This, I've never seen that before. So
Nice.
yeah, when you slide it in, these pins just snap it. That blew my mind. I had not seen that. Yeah, it's locked in. So no more screws. Dude, we are getting really good at these airplanes now.
Yeah.
And this one has the AS3 Plus in this one too. So that's going to be even awesome. So I'm super excited about this bird, man. Jeez. That's a nice looking bird. It's got the little tail wheel just snaps in right here. It obviously is very easy to do. I probably could put this thing together.
Yeah, this is probably a 5-minute put together bird.
Yeah, it just snaps in like that. That's crazy. No issues right there. You put the carbon fiber rod through the tail right here. And this is a 2-piece, so it snaps right off like that. That's easy. Dude, I'm literally putting this thing together right in front of you guys and didn't plan on it.
You were just going to take it out the box.
No, I wasn't going to do it at all. And then I'm like, why not? I'm glad I did. So the hardest thing is actually not even going to be, most time consuming, it's not even going to be putting the wings on. It's going to be putting on the landing gear. So the tail section actually snaps in. You know how they do where you have to put them in there together. And they snap. It just snapped in and locked. No screws or anything like that for the elevator or the rudder. That's crazy. And it's got a light right here, by the way. So, dude, we almost have the airplane together, and it's been just a couple of minutes.
Hey, go ahead and throw a pack in it, bind it, and let's fly it.
Look at that, dude. Look at that, man. Dude, this thing's going to fly tomorrow, apparently. So,
man, I won't be there.
It will. Look, man, I'm going to pull these wheels out. I'm going to pull the gear off real quick and stick them on there, and then we're done. It's going to be a complete bird.
How much is that thing, man?
So it's $269 at the hobby shop. So I bet you could probably go on horizon.com and maybe get it a tad bit cheaper. I'm not sure, but if you
gotta support our local places, man.
We definitely do, and that's why I don't mind spending the extra couple of minutes on there. You know, like the extra money. I said minutes, money on there. Now, how the heck do I get this thing out of here? Is the question. I don't know how they got these landing gear, but they are definitely in there.
Don't let that styrofoam beat you up now.
Dude, it's beating me up, man.
Yeah, that styrofoam will get you if you don't watch it. It almost real quick.
It almost has me sweating. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. I got it. Got it that time. There we go. Put that back that way. Dude, this is crazy, man. Put that way. Put the box back. I mean, let's see here. I didn't see any screws, which I'm super thankful for not seeing. So let's figure out how the gear go on this thing then.
Don't tell me the gear snaps on.
The gear snap on, I'm just gonna pass out.
Yeah.
You know, like that's too much. No, they got screws. Interesting. So they already put the screws inside of there, so you don't have to worry about losing them or anything. So the screws are actually in there. So that's a very interesting setup. So there must be something to it.
Other way.
No, I'm wondering what is it looks like there's a piece that it needs to sit on because it certainly can't just go like that.
Yeah.
But that's how
it's probably when you take those screws out, it probably pulls that whole piece out.
Man, that's awesome, dude. That's actually pretty cool.
I don't know. I like a low wing prop plane, man.
Especially something like this. This is like a nice little mixture between like a 300 and just a sport plane. and it
Yep.
runs on a 3S or a 4S 45A ESC LiPo. So 3Ss and 4Ss are plentiful. You can get them everywhere, so it's not going to be like it's an issue. Metal geared servos, LED nav lights on there. It's a sport flyer. So yeah, I need
You were
to find
looking for the screws, and Flyer Mikey said maybe no. He said you got screwed. Maybe read the manual.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's definitely not wrong.
Oh man.
When in doubt, read the manual. When in doubt, read the manual. It never hurts. But dude, this has been great, man. This is an easy, super easy build. You guys can have this thing together in no time. I'm wondering if the screws are in. Well, the screws are in the gear, but I'm wondering if there's like a little a section or something like that pops out. Dude, that is just a very intuitive setup. And the antennas are already wired up and everything. So everything is looking really good. And if you do the download on the airplane, it's going to already have it in your radio. So bind and fly, going about your business. Wonderful, nice looking airplane. So guys, we put that thing together pretty quick. That took no time. You know, got to get the figure out the landing gear portion, but other than that, that's a piece of cake. And it's a good looking airplane. It's not bad looking. So there you have it, guys. Let me slide over here.
All right, so Bill asked me a question.
All right, I'm looking. The yellow is a good color.
He asked me a question about the e-flite 80 millimeter and wanted to know what I thought about it. I mean, it's a great flying jet. And I had one. Only thing is and that's any F-16. You just got to be careful when you're setting the nose down when you're coming into land.
Right.
Especially if you're on a grass field, because it's just the way they built it on the 80 mil and the 90 mil for free wing. It's just it will collapse. So if you come down too hard on that nose wheel, it'll collapse on you. But as long as you don't come down too hard on it, it'll be perfectly fine. I mean, but the thing lands like butter anyway. When you come in on a nice approach, it lands like butter. The e-flite version lands like butter. I haven't flown the new what's that, version 2 free wing model, but I can tell you for a fact that e-flite one flies like butter. Like it carves and it doesn't give you any issues in the air. Like I say, takeoff is easy and flying is easy. As long as you got the CG right, you ain't got nothing to worry about with it. Except for just when you're coming into land, just make sure you bring it in on that nice approach and give it a little bit of power to slow down the descend and just let it touch that nose wheel nice and easy. The mains can handle anything. The mains on that thing can handle anything, but that nose wheel, you just got to be gentle with it.
That's some good advice, man.
Hey man, that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
You tear them up so nobody else has to.
That's literally it, man. That's literally it. That was the whole
nobody else to tear up theirs.
That was the whole point of the channel, my friend. Hey, this is one good. We'll take this question and then we're getting close to punching out time here. So let's take a look. Let's see. Review. Let's see. I'm newer to the RC airplane hobby. I'm starting to have a storage problem and I need help figuring out my solution. Is to compact storage. Let's see. So what would you recommend for that? Will, that's a question for you, buddy. You got your airplanes and cars and trucks. So what do you do? What do you do?
I'm just going over his comment real quick. So at first I used to keep all of my planes together because I didn't like taking them apart. But in all honesty, I mean, I took mine apart and I have them basically I have one shelf in my storage area where I just keep them together and I got the fuselages kind of close to each other. And I try to put them together where, how can I say this? Where say if I got a plane that sits taller, so the horizontal stabilizers are sitting up there, then I got one that sits shorter where the horizontal stabilizers are sitting less than that. That way I could put the fuselages closer together and just kind of use the soft what are they called? Bungee cables. The one with
Yeah.
the soft material. And then I just kind of go over them, and I got them like screwed down on there, or whatnot. You know, I got 2 screws in the wall where it just kind of holds them down in place. Because I'm like you, my storage space is not that big, and I've run out of storage space. But now, like my bigger jets are sitting on the floor, just in front of that same shelf, so they're kind of like stacked in front of one another. But other than that, as far as of carrying them around, I just get them in my SUV the best way I can without them getting banged up on one another. In some cases, if I have to, let's say if I got because my L-39 won't come apart. I bought that jet pre-owned, and the last owner, before I bought it from Bobby, glued the wings on to the jet. I don't know why they did that. I don't understand. But anytime
I don't know why I did it either.
Yeah, anytime I carry that jet, I have to carry it fully assembled. So if I want to carry anything else, what I usually do is I get a thick blanket and I lay over top of the L-39. That way I can sit other things over it without, the L-39 damaging the other plane, or the other plane damaging the L-39, vice versa. So that's usually the way I do that.
Yeah, and honestly, I'll tell you, it's funny because when I first started flying airplanes like heavily, I had a car. Actually, yeah, I had a car, and then I realized like I needed more space. So then I got a Dodge Magnum, one of those wagons, and put airplanes in it, and it worked well. And then after that, I went and got a truck, and then the airplanes went in the back of the truck. So the hobby has influenced like how I get my airplanes and everything in my vehicles and stuff. So it's funny because now it's like I look at my vehicles and I have to make sure that I can put airplanes in them now. So, it's just, you make the best situation out of what you got. You'd be surprised. You can put a lot of airplanes in cars, a lot.
Yeah. My buddy Alex, I don't know how he does it, but he can fit a free wing A-10
storage rack.
And
see that?
Oh yeah.
That's by Banana Hobby. That's a storage rack right there. That's how I've got 2 of them. I've got this one inside my house, and I've got one out in my garage where I have airplanes sitting on there. That's a great way to do it. Yeah.
The only thing about the storage rack, and I'm not knocking the storage rack.
You better not.
No, I'm not knocking the storage rack at all.
I'm just
I
kidding.
would love to have.
I would love to have one.
I would love to have one. To be honest with you, but it's just that my wife's got stuff in there too, and it's like, and I got there's my toolboxes in there from and it's like it's going to make it even more tighter in the area where I'm trying to put things. So that's the only reason why I didn't go with the storage rack. And she's not letting me put airplanes in the house.
Hey guys, look, my wife is the same way, but I do it anyway. I put them in the house, but they can't stay for long.
Yeah, they can visit, but they can't stay.
They can't stay. I can work on them, and she understands when it's cold outside, in the garage, I'll bring them in here and work on them, but they can't stay on the dining room table. That's how you get in trouble. So, but no.
She's sitting at the dining room table trying to eat a meal, and there's an airplane sitting there. She's looking at you, and you're looking at her, and she's looking at you, looking at the airplane, and she's like, okay, it's time to get this out of here.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It's one of those things. But guys, we're gonna wind this thing down. We've been
we rode for about 2 hours.
Yeah, this is probably this turned out into me saying that I was gonna only do this tonight for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's what you said.
To almost 2 hours. So, but guys, I was gonna let you go. It's been wonderful. 2024 was a great year. It's been really good. It started off a little rocky for me. My dad passed away. What was it? In last November. So this year was a little different, but I tell you, this year has been really good, for me and everything like that. Just wanted to give a big, special thanks to everybody out there, who supported the channel, who's made the channel great, and just good friends, and everybody's been completely, honest and everything like that has been, just supportive. So we'll really appreciate you helping me out and stepping in on the channel when Jeff couldn't and things like that. And jumping in there, and you kind of got me to rejuvenate the channel and get more fun and have fun and stuff like that. So
yeah, man, that's what it's all about.
And you guys are coming here every Thursday night, man. There's times where I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but you guys keep me going. So just wanted to say thank you very much. I hope you'll have a very good new year. Be safe. I hope you fly plenty. And if you got snow where you're at, I'm a little jealous because I like snow and I would like to have some of that snow here in North Carolina, but it's,
nice.
These 58 days, 58 degree days and 70 degree days, man, they get tiresome after a while. But I tell you, it is good. And I certainly appreciate you guys. So I hope you have a wonderful night. And yeah, man, we're getting ready to pump you on out of here, guys. I hope y'all take care of yourself. And we'll see you next Thursday, first show of 2025. It's going to be great. Make sure you're there. We're going to have a special guest. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to buy me a new airplane to make me feel better, you can always hit me up on my Facebook and DM if you want to buy an airplane. Dude, I'm hearing where people
hold up. That invitation goes out to me too.
Crazy.
You want to buy me a new airplane to make me feel better?
Will doesn't need anything. He doesn't need anything. But no, guys, in all fairness, really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support. And we'll see y'all in 2025. We'll see you next year. There you go.
All right, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy And that was fun.